What is going on, everybody? It is Mark here with another video, and I'm sorry I haven't uploaded in a while, but finals took over my life and became priority number one. But this week, things are back in action, and today I have a very special video to make. It may be a little premature, but I wanted to do this in a somewhat familiar environment before I move back home for the summer. We hit 1,000 subscribers. Well, actually 967. So with 1,000 subscribers, I wanted to take the chance and thank you guys very much for all you guys who click and watch every single week. And for that, mystery box giveaway. No, it's not gonna be this box, this is a prop. So I'm gonna go over the rules and regulations of this giveaway, and then afterwards I'm gonna spend some time to talk about being the smaller guy on YouTube. How it was starting with 0 subscribers, how the actual process of taking the videos, editing, compiling, putting it on YouTube, and then dealing with the whole background story of it. So I will take some time after I give you guys the rules of this to talk about that. Okay, so the only thing that you guys need to do to be eligible for this, one, be a resident of planet Earth. I will ship this anywhere around the world, not a big deal. I think most of my subscribers are not from Canada, so that would be unfair. Two, you guys have to follow me on Twitter. Username, Mark Stapf. There will be a link down in the description. So once those two things have been completed, you're eligible. And I will nominate the winner in about 2 weeks when I get back from my trip from Nepal. And I mean, your odds are pretty good. I've only got 43 subscribers, so 1 in 43 as of right now isn't that big of a deal. You will probably win. So this thing will be filled with mystery stuff, obviously technology related. I will announce the winner and I will get in contact with them directly and then ask for some specification, because there is some stuff that could vary from device to device. And don't worry, there is another video coming out later this week, probably in 2 days before I head to my trip. So be tuned for that. Thank you again for 1,000 subscribers. It's a huge step in this YouTube thing. Now, the talk. Okay, so a bunch of you guys have been asking me about how it was to start a YouTube channel and how it was to evolve and create the videos, edit the videos, process them, and the whole background scenarios with getting music, thumbnails, dealing with comments, dealing with people. So let me talk about that. First things first, I want to talk about why I started a YouTube channel. So I'm currently in school. I worked full-time before, but decided to continue my education and get a better degree. So over the past few years, I've noticed that my creativity has been decreasing. I used to take a lot of photos. I used to go out and take a lot of videos and compile them just for myself. And I found that working and then going back to school, that kind of decreased over the years. So I really wanted to get back into the roots of creating things. A lot of people say like, hey man, you're just making tech videos, you aren't creating anything. To be honest, it's extremely difficult to even make a single clip. For all of you guys who are out there trying to create stuff, it is really tough. There's a lot of effort that goes into it that people do not see. So second thing I want to talk about is how I videotape. So what I do basically is I set up my tripod right in front of me, film my segment, film me talking, and then a lot of the times, well most of the time, I'll do a B-roll afterwards. Unfortunately, I don't have the secondary camera that you guys see a lot of the time, so I'll actually unbox it, rebox it, move the camera, and unbox it again for that secondary shot, and then use my voice off the first clip to narrate. So on average, I would say a video probably takes 6 or 7 hours to do from start to finish. So I mean, there's probably 2 or 3 hours of filming, 2 or 3 hours of editing, and then however long it takes to process and upload. So the software I use to edit my videos is Final Cut Pro X. I have a 15-inch Retina MacBook Pro that handles that like a boss. So the camera I use right now is a Canon T5i with a Sigma 17-70 lens, and it's about, I'd say, 1 meter away from me on the widest angle. For a microphone, I'm currently using a Rode mic. There is a little bit of distortion, but that's because I'm simply using the cheapest, lowest quality 3.5mm audio jack. Okay, so now when it comes to thumbnails, honestly, there is no trick to it. I just kind of take a picture or a screenshot of part of the video and put a title over it. You will get better over time with coming up with more interesting thumbnails, I guess, but it also comes down to the content that you have. For example, this thumbnail, still not sure what I'm gonna do about it. Okay, so now when it comes to uploading your video, there's a few things that you're gonna need to keep in mind. 1, thumbnail, which we just talked about. 2, title. 3, tags. 4, description. So YouTube has a very complicated algorithm that takes into account all of those 4 things, probably more than that, to kind of put your video up in the rankings. So when you're coming up with a video description, a video title, video tags, you have to think about what your audiences will be searching when they're looking for content that you're putting up. For example, if I uploaded a video about my Canon Rebel T5i, I would have to put in a title, Canon T5i Rebel review, unboxing, whatever it may be. The more useful words you put into your description, the better. Most of the time I'll put a little description just kind of talking about what is in the video. I mean, a lot of bigger YouTubers, they won't even put a description, but that's because they have a fan base to create those views already. When it comes to tags, those are basically hashtag of YouTube world, where basically it's subjects, content, words that pop up on searches that will help you generate views. So for example, for the same example, the Canon, I would have Canon Rebel, Canon Rebel T5i, photography, cinematography, blah, 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 blah. And hopefully that would create enough interest in my videos with keywords that would spark some views. Now, when it comes to the music in the videos, this part is extremely important. You have to obtain the rights to use someone's music. Of course, there's stuff like royalty-free music. There's a bunch of websites that will actually post music that you can use for free. But if there's a particular song that you want to use in your video, you have to contact the artist and get their permission. For a lot of my videos, I actually contacted the producer and was like, hey, my name is Mark. I have a little bit of a smaller YouTube channel, but I've had some growth in the past. I would like to use your music as a background track for my videos. I was wondering how I could obtain the rights. And most of the time, you'll try to obtain the rights from someone with the same amount of views as you, same amount of followers. So if I go to Kanye West, I'm getting nothing, you know what I mean? But if I go to someone who is in the process of growing and who is trying to get views and listens to their tracks, then it's gonna be a lot easier. A lot of the times they'll say, hey, yeah, for sure, just pay for it on whatever Beatport or iTunes or whatever, and you're free to use it. Maybe throw in an extra $1 for rights. Another thing I wanna touch base on when obtaining the rights to the music, remember, if you're a smaller YouTube channel, if you have a less of an audience than, let's say, a huge channel with 3 million views, you fall lower on the totem pole. So what I mean by that is you fall a little bit lower in their priority to respond to. I mean, a lot of artists are great and they respond right away, but the bigger the artist gets, the more they have on their plate, and someone with 500 subscribers isn't as important, if you will, as someone that has 3 million. So they will obviously go to this guy first before they go to you, which is normal, that's fine. But keep that in mind and don't be offended if for some reason you don't get a response right away. Next thing that I want to talk about is comments and how to deal with people. Another thing that I want to talk to you guys about is approaching companies in regards to getting product. Again, keep in mind you are a very small YouTube channel when you are starting out, and you're probably gonna have to invest a lot of time, a lot of effort into procuring stuff. So the way I go about it is a lot of the times I'll purchase something for myself and review it. For example, the iPad, the backpacks, whatever. I will also use something that my buddies bought. Say they bought, for example, if someone buys something for themselves, I'll unbox it, rip it open, voila, there's a review video. And I mean, approaching a company, you're a very small YouTube channel, so a lot of the times you fall very low on their priority scale as well. So don't get upset if someone doesn't respond to you right away. It might take a little bit longer. So just be a little bit more proactive when it comes to approaching companies and just admitting it. Hey, I'm a small YouTube channel. I know it's hard for you to send me free stuff. Maybe you can help me out. Maybe you can give me a discount. Maybe I can use it, return it, whatever. Whatever the case may be, just ask politely. Don't force them into giving anything, because they for sure will not. And a lot of the times, companies will actually approach you. Once you start getting the viewers, once you start getting the views, once you start getting the subscribers, everything kind of falls into place. More people are watching your videos, and companies feel more confident that their investment in giving you something will bring something in return to them, which is absolutely normal. The final thing I want to talk about is comments and dealing with people on your actual YouTube channel. Being a smaller channel on YouTube, you're going to run into progression and progression and progression. What I mean by that is my first video, the iPad Pro unboxing, when I look at that now, I see so much room for improvement, audio, lighting, cinematography, everything like that. And people do too. So a lot of the times you'll get great feedback. A lot of people will come to me and say, hey man, great video. I found this extremely interesting. The quality was good. A lot of people will also come to me and say, hey man, here is some great criticism for you. For example, a producer actually commented and gave me some tips on audio, microphone placement, things like that. And of course, you're gonna get the haters. And the haters are extremely annoying. then there is nothing you can do about them. So just embrace it. Just remember, when a hater or someone negative comments on your video, they just helped you improve your statistics, which means they, 1, watched your video, 2, took the time and actually commented, 3, they just helped you with your stats. Therefore, your video will be getting more views because this person decided to comment, and now YouTube sees more interest in your video and bumps it up the scale. It's extremely annoying and extremely frustrating, but those are the people that are around in this world that try to bring people down to bring themselves up, and it's extremely frustrating. I've only come into a few cases where I actually thought that I needed to remove someone's comment because they're either offending someone, me, or the video. They were extremely vulgar, extremely offensive, racist. I've only had to deal with that twice so far, thankfully, and hopefully I won't have to deal with it again. And as someone who is creating content for YouTube or anywhere online or anywhere to express themselves on the internet, and I'm sure like most people on YouTube will say, do it for the right reasons. Do it for the creativity, do it for expressing yourself, do it for the progression of your videos, do it for fun. All right guys, thank you very much again for 1,000 subscribers. Thank you very much for watching to the end of this video. If you guys have any more questions about that topic, please feel free to comment down below. And if you guys are feeling like being super awesome, please hit like, share, and subscribe on this video. It all really helps me out. All right guys, thank you very much for watching again, and I'll see you on the next one.